Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are talking all things UX job market, layoffs, is it too competitive? Is it oversaturated? All these things we are just talking. I'm going off the dome. I just put a bunch of bullet points down of things that I wanted to touch on. So, I feel like we have seen over this past year that nothing is permanent, specifically in tech, specifically in software. We have seen obviously the rise of AI, economic pullbacks, what it's like being post-pandemic, and really just kind of shifting outlooks from industry leaders of all types. So that is really affecting the market that we have today. With that in mind, I just want to give you guys some tips on what to do, what not to do, if you're really trying to get this UX design job in 2024 as soon as you can. So let's dive in. First thing, don't apply to everything. I know that feels very counterintuitive, but this is why I'm saying this. I know designers that have applied to 20 to 30 places and gotten a job. The reason for that, they only applied to jobs that match their skill set. So they weren't applying to every single UX design job, entry level, mid level, everything. No, they're only focusing on things that they knew that they could do well in. So what I mean by that, guys, for example, if somebody's portfolio if a designer is somebody that really focuses on, let's say, user engagement and adoption, in their portfolio, they have analytics, they have adoption rates, which are good or bad. These are the kinds of jobs that they're going for. So they only apply to those jobs because they know their skills are so strong that match this job description, and that's what they're going for. It's a little bit difficult because sometimes the quality of the jobs are not there, but I think this strategy really works because you're not wasting your time applying to everything and kind of dispersing that energy across 100 applications a week. You are doing 5 applications a week at a really high quality that really get you that next job. So that's why I'm saying don't apply for everything and anything. If a job has over 200 applicants, 400 applicants, I wouldn't personally, if I was in these shoes right now, I wouldn't do it. I would really curate my portfolio. So that does require a lot of pre-work, but I would curate my portfolio for the types of jobs that I want and that I know my skills are in. So I'm not just withering away and dying with every job rejection I get. So really focus, and tailor your job applications. Experience is everything. If you are just getting out of your boot camp, your downfall is no experience. And I don't want to say like none, but your experience as a UX designer, as a working UX designer, is pretty low, minimum to none. So that is really going to be the Achilles heel in a lot of applicants. And it's crazy now that that the minimum for an entry-level designer is 2 years. Those two do not make sense. Entry-level, 2 years minimum does not equate. So I get it. I feel your frustration. You do have to play this experience game, but there are some ways around this. You might know somebody who knows somebody, your best friend's mom has a business, or they have not even like a full-fledged business. Maybe they have a stand at the farmer's market on the weekends. Maybe they're selling CBD or jewelry outside concert venues. I don't want to think like it needs to be a full-scale small business like a bookstore or a coffee shop. It can be smaller than that. Reach out to those people. Everybody needs design. Everybody needs design, whether it's a website, whether it's an app, anything that you can offer them, even if it's like restructuring the information architecture on a website, like anything, literally anything. Be desperate. Take it. Maybe somebody you know has an Etsy shop and they want to get off Etsy, let's say, and have their own website. That is something where you can step in and do that. Other way to get experience is reach out to local businesses. And a fun way to do that actually is if you have a local newspaper. I know this sounds crazy, guys, but we are trying to find different avenues for you that other people might not be taking. We have, I think I already recycled it, but we have a little local newspaper on my part of town, and there's always advertisements of need a little bit of graphic design help, or you can even reach out to the real estate agents that are putting those awful ads in newspapers if they need help with a website. Guys, I'm just rambling now. I'm spitballing, but what I'm trying to get at is look at every single touch point in your life and see how you can get that experience. It doesn't really matter necessarily what you work on, What you want to be able to do is point to this place I did design work for, and this is how it went. That is what I'm trying to get you guys to. Obviously, a great place to get some practice projects underneath your belt is going the bootcamp route, which is exactly what I did when I went through my bootcamp with Springboard, who is the sponsor of today's video. Wanted to mention their next cohort for the UX design program starts February 5th, but the deadline to sign up and get started in butt and chair February 5th is January 31st, so it's the end of the month. So you've got a couple more days, guys. Use code STEPHANIEM to get you $1,000 off the program. In this program, guys, you will be creating case studies. You will be working on a real-world project. You will be getting career coaching. These are the kinds of things that are going to help you once you're out of that boot camp and you're job searching, land that job. Take advantage if you're looking to jumpstart your career in UX design. Okay, I had to pull the mic up closer to my face for this one. My best tip is to find the growth market. We all know there's always a headline of certain companies did this percentage of layoffs, this company did 10% layoffs, 7%. Like, we're seeing this constantly, and I know that can really be scary and send shockwaves through the market, but not every sector is doing these big scale layoffs. And this is where I challenge you guys to find that growth market. There are always industries that are growing, and that's where I think you need to focus on. I know it might not be what you want to hear. You want some of the bigger name ones, but we have to look at the reality of where we're at in 2024, and you have to go where the growth is. And a lot of those opportunities are outside of tech. So for example, they could be some small startups, maybe still tech related, but it could also be healthcare, insurance, real estate, ed tech, these kinds of things that might not be, super sexy, but if that's where the growth is, that is where you should be. Now that you've heard some tips on how to navigate this job market, check out this video here where I go over what not to do if you are trying to get into UX design in 2020.